Hey guys, also welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Tiffany, that Nigerian based in Ghana YouTuber. Yes, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing fine. You know, it's another morning and I'm trying to create content before going to work. Yes, so this content, I have to give a shout out to this certain person for inspiring me to do this content. So anyways, here's a quick background story as to why I was inspired to do this video. So yesterday while I was eating at the canteen, a colleague of mine was engaging in a conversation and he was asking me like, what Ghanaian dishes do you like, you know, how long have you been in Ghana, all that normal talk. And he said something, he was like, have you noticed that most Nigerian and Ghanaian dishes are similar? And I was not like, yes. As I come to think about it, yes, it's true. Like, y'all are just copying us. This is just jokes, normal bad. So, you know, we're just talking and laughing. So we're like, oh, comparing our foods. Like, oh, this, you have this, we have this. Which is nicer, this, that, you know. Normal tease, like normal ways, Nigerians and Ghanaians tease each other every time. Like, when you have a Ghanaian friend or a Nigerian friend, you understand what I'm trying to talk about. We like to tease each other. So anyways, without further ado, let us get into the video. So the first food that, or the first dish that Nigerians and Ghanaians have similar is something called Kontomire stew. Kontomire stew is made with Egusi. We call it Egusi, they call it Egusi. It's still the same thing. I think the Ghanaian Egusi kind of like draws in a way, in a little way, not so much, doesn't really draw per se. You know, we have that and they eat it with yam, but we eat our own Egusi. We still use like the same vegetables. I think you guys use what vegetables do you guys use? We use ugu, and I think you guys use what's it called? I don't really know, but Ghanaian should tell me what vegetables you guys use. But it's similar, like I've tested it before and it's really similar. We too sometimes we can even eat egusi with yam, but that is like hardly, so mostly eat it with things like eba, any swallow basically, pounded yam, because pounded yam and egusi is like one of the most amazing delicacies as a Nigerian. So it's just like eating yam and egusi, so that's like yam and kontomire, so there's really no difference there. I mean, like it is so similar, literally. I think the only thing that differentiates it is like the leaves used, and I think the fact that the egusi is kind of different. But my mom has in fact used the Ghanaian egusi to actually make our normal egusi soup with ugu, and it tastes so nice, so I don't really see any difference in that part. So moving on, next dish that is similar is okro stew and okro soup. I don't know why you guys call it okro stew, but we call it okro stew in Nigeria. It's basically the same thing used to make it, the same okra, same oil, everything. And from the video I shot last week about my favorite delicacy, that being okra stew and what's it called, Banga, people are telling me that in fact they use fish to actually make their own. They put all those things that we Nigerians like to put, so I feel like that is a similar dish again. I think the only difference is like what we used to choose to eat it with, but at the end of the day, still swallow we're eating it with, whether it's fufu you're eating it with, or you're eating it with Banga, or you're eating it with eba, or you're eating okra, or with pounded yam or anything. It's still, we're still eating the same okra soup, so it's like literally similar. Like I don't know who started it first, I don't know. So the next meal is fufu and goat's meat light soup versus pepper soup, goat's meat and fufu basically, which does not make sense. You see, some of these dishes in Nigeria, in Ghanaian terms, it makes sense, like okay, eating fufu with light soup, but me eating Nigerian fufu with pepper soup is like, because it's literally the same way, like the same way you make pepper soup, it's like similar to the way you make light soup, literally. So it's still like the same whole thing. If you look at it, it's still like there's really like no much difference in how you make it. The only thing is that pepper soup, obviously when you hear the name pepper soup, is more pepperish, but we still make our goat's meat. And I think I tasted some goat's meat light soup one time like this, and it tasted just like pepper soup, and I was like, wow, like this is really amazing, you understand? So it's still quite similar. I think the only difference is what we choose to eat, because some of the things that maybe Ghanaians choose to eat their own soup with is like serious. Like for example, why are you eating egusi and yam? I used to be like, are you eating egusi and eba? You know, you found out like Nigerians and Nigerian found out Ghanaians like and also you'd be like, are you eating fufu with pepper soup? And you'd be like, are you eating pepper soup? Are you putting so much pepper in your own light soup? You know, that kind of thing. It's just like a whole thing, but at the end of the day, these meals are really similar. So moving on, next meal is waakye. with stew or shito, anything. Let me just say waakye versus rice and beans. So yes, for most people that might not know, we do have something similar to waakye, but ours is rice and beans. It's still the same. Waakye is still rice and beans, but like I think the thing that differentiates both of them, because some people actually in fact boil their rice and beans together. So first of all, you boil the beans first, obviously, before you add the rice, and you do that whole thing. But the difference is that Ghanaians use their own perfume rice and normal beans. We use our normal Nigerian rice and normal beans. And one thing again difference that they use is while making their waakye is something called waakye leaves. I think I have a video of that on my channel because I really love white rice and beans. So I mean, like, having waakye is like amazing to me, because personally, since I've been in Ghana when I was in school, that was like something that I could really eat very well, because I'm always a fan of rice and beans basically. So that is literally the same thing. I mean, the only thing different that they are doing there is they are putting that leaf to cook it, and the rice is different, but I feel like it's still the same thing basically, just that different rice and the fact that you're putting that leaf. And I'm sure that I think one day I won't try to experiment. I'll use that waakye leaf to actually boil my normal Nigerian rice and beans and see how it looks like. Obviously the only difference there is going to be that my rice is bigger, because Nigerian rice is like bigger than the normal rice that Ghanaians eat. Exactly. So moving on, the next thing we have is plantain, also known as red. Ghanaians call it red, and we too have beans and plantain. I mean, beans and plantain, which is called red in Ghana, and beans and plantain, which is called beans and plantain in Nigeria basically. So it's still like the same thing. The way they make normal beans is still something that, you know, sometimes we use fish to eat it, sometimes you can use fish, anything. Like, it's still that one there is like the most common food, like everywhere, beans and plantain. So everybody eats beans and plantain. So literally, I mean, Ghanaians and Nigerians, we are literally not far from each other when it comes to food. So why we always argue? Okay, I know why we always argue, based on taste. So anyways, moving on, it's palm nut soup versus Banga soup. So palm nut soup is basically made from palm kernel. Like, I'm sure people know what palm kernel is. Basically, you know, these little things that you're like, okay, in layman term, let me just say like thick. No, I cannot say what I'm trying to say, but anyways, palm oil is derived from this palm kernel basically. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, we have Ghanaians have palm nut soup and we have Banga soup. It's literally the same thing we use. Like, we use that thick palm nuts, like that is thick. We use it to make it, like that's how we prepare it as well. You know, sometimes you can even pound the palm kernel yourself and derive this the extract and use it to cook. I mean, it's still literally like the same thing. We use red oil as well. You guys use red oil. I think the only thing is that our Banga soup is kind of thicker than your palm nut soup, and we put a lot of spices in our own rather than you guys. You know, that's one thing. I think that's just the only difference between Ghanaian and Nigerian dishes is spices. Nigerians actually like spicy food, like as per pepperish, as per really spicy, like tasty and all that kind of thing. Ghanaian dishes too are tasty, but they don't like so much spice and so much pepper. It depends anyways. That's why you have like the grinded pepper outside. So for people that like pepper a lot, so me too, most times when I'm out and I need like extra pepper, I just request for like the grinded pepper or something. But anyways, why do we eat raw pepper here in Ghana? Don't worry, we'll get to that story another day. This is not time for that story. So anyways, moving on to one of the most popular meals in Ghana that we're always fighting for is Ghanaian versus Nigerian jollof. Oh my god, I rather just skip this round, because I mean, like, we know who will win. Because but anyways, jokes apart, Nigerian and Ghanaian jollof are basically the same, just that different rice. As I said, basically the same process used to make it, basically everything. And as I mentioned just now, spices, pepper, all those things are quite different. Like, they like to like really like minimize their spices. We like to like go overboard down spices. That's why sometimes you say Ghanaian say, your food is too spicy, and you say Nigerian say, your food is like kind of tasteless. But it's not like that. It's just how our taste buds have, you know, adapted to. Because most times when you even eat foreign stuff, like if you eat, like for example now, there are these foreign noodles like this. When you prepare them, you notice that they don't taste really nice, but you'll be like, why didn't it taste like this? But to an American, that foreign noodles will be really nice. Like, they'll really like it. But you like prefer to eat your own African noodles we're always eating, and that kind of thing. So it just depends on how you grew up basically, because I feel like if a Ghanaian was raised in Nigeria, you would have like the taste buds of a Nigerian, and if a Nigerian was raised there, you have the taste buds of a Ghanaian. Because sooner or later, like me now, I'm kind of adapting to how food here tastes like, and I'm getting used to it. So maybe if peradventure, and again, one thing that has also helped me over the years is that my mom is here, so most times I don't have to like think about maybe my taste buds changing. But I'm pretty sure if she wasn't here, probably my taste buds would have changed like a long time ago, because sometimes I might not be able to cook and I'll have to resort in like always eating things that are made in Ghana. Later on I'll, you know, but still I kind of watch myself sometimes now. I feel like sometimes I don't really like pepperish food as much as I used to like it before. So I would think that somehow my taste buds are kind of adapting to it. So yes, we're getting to the last part. This is Kelewele versus Plantain. You see, Ghanaians have this amazing thing called Kelewele. Nigerians basically have something amazing called plantain, like fried plantain. So basically in the night, even in the night here as well, okay, let me talk about Nigeria before I come to Ghana. So in Nigeria, we have people selling like fried yam, fried potatoes, fried plantain. They've like cut it up, you know, they sell it to you, put stew, you eat it, that kind of thing, you know, they spice it for you, you eat it. It's like a roadside food in the night. It's very common. Sometimes you can always eat it in the daytime as well, but people like to buy it like in the night especially. So it's like a famous thing there. And coming to Ghana too, they've really like pimped it up, which is really nice. They've like shredded the plantains and they put like pepper with it, then they fried it. Then it's like called kelewele, basically. Like you buy it from the roadside, as I said, just like the whole plantain and whatever. You eat it and it's basically just plantain. So I mean, we have it in Nigeria too, but it's like a different thing. I mean, like but still, you know, like literally the same old thing, like basically. Okay guys, so yeah, we're getting to the last part. This is the last part now. This is like the most common thing in Nigeria. Are you guessing what I'm about to call? What, you know, this is actually a street food actually. Like this is a street snack, right? And not street food, street snack. And that is coffee broke man. Yes. Okay, quick story first of all about this coffee broke man. In Nigeria we call it bole, yes, plantain, roasted plantain, we call it bole, and groundnut. In Lagos we eat bole with groundnut. That's how we eat it in Lagos. But in places like Port Harcourt, they eat bole with stew. I mean, I don't understand why someone be eating plantain and roasted plantain and pepper. I don't understand that one. But in Lagos and Port Harcourt, we're always arguing that one out. And also in Ghana, Ghanaians also eat their own bole with groundnut. Yes. So anyways, it shows that we are doing something right. I mean, Port Harcourt people go and shift, because Lagosians, we literally, I'm a Lagosian because I grew up in Lagos, but I'm not from Lagos. But as per Lagosian, we actually like our roasted plantain with granules, just like how Ghanaians here like their roasted plantain with granules. And in Nigeria, we don't consider it as a broke man food, because I mean in Nigeria itself it was even kind of expensive, because these women, they will sell roasted plantain, one roasted plantain will giving you price. So it's something like, it was like a nice delicacy. I mean, some restaurants I go to in Nigeria now, they've touching it up, they have a way of like putting it for you, they will have a way to cut it, you know, all this terrain whatsoever. But anyways guys, this brings me to the end of my content. You know, I mean, we have a lot of similar dishes. I mean, Ghana and Nigeria, we come together to create similar like culture, delicacies and the rest. Like, you know, it's all love and everything at the end of the day. And I'm excited I created this content. I mean, and shout out to you that inspired me yesterday. Like this is actually good content. So anyways, are there any other Ghanaian and Nigerian foods I think are similar? And who do you think copied who? I'm kidding. Anyways guys, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.